Welcome everyone to another startup and automobile documentation. What we have here is a 2017 Nissan Frontier SV Crew Cab. This Frontier is painted in the gun metallic exterior color. On the remote fob you have the buttons for lock, unlock, and panic. You have storage and bottle holders in the front door panels. You also have power windows, locks, and mirrors. It has a beige interior, and SV models come with cloth seats. Both front seats are manually adjusted. But now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. The Frontier is Nissan's entry in the mid-sized pickup truck segment. The model made its debut for 1997 to replace the Nissan D21 hardbody. As of 2025, the Frontier in North America is currently in its third generation. The first two generations of Frontier were also branded as the Nissan Navara in many international markets. Eventually, for 2014, the Navara entered a third generation internationally, and in some of those markets was also still called the Frontier. The US and Canada, however, continued to get the older second-gen Frontier all the way up to model year 2021. But for 2022, the US and Canada finally received a brand new third-generation Frontier of their own. This truck, however, is not based on the other third-generation Navara and Frontier sold elsewhere. This 2017 model we have here represents the second generation of the Frontier, codenamed D40, which was made from model years 2005 through 2021. It also had an SUV counterpart in the third-generation Nissan Pathfinder, but that model would switch to a unibody platform in 2013. For a few years, the second-gen Frontier was also rebadged by Suzuki as the Equator. The second-gen Frontier, despite its very long production run, received very little changes throughout its run, to the point where a 2005 and a 2021 parked next to each other would still look basically identical. The biggest change I'd say wouldn't be until 2020 when the Frontier got a new 3.8-liter V6 engine and 9-speed transmission. Trim levels for the US market 2017 model year Frontier included S, SV, Desert Runner, Pro 4X, and SL. Available body styles included the King Cab, or Extended Cab, and the Crew Cab like this one. There were two engines on offer, those being the base 152 horsepower 2.5-liter inline-4, only offered on two-wheel drive S and SV King cabs, and the available 261 horsepower 4-liter V6, which this one has. The 4-cylinder engine came with either a 5-speed manual or 5-speed automatic transmission, while the V6 came with either a 6-speed manual or the 5-speed auto. The SV trim offered both rear-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. In the instrument cluster, we have 6 analog gauges, which are your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, oil pressure gauge, and voltage gauge. You can also go between your trip computers. It has a 3-spoke design multifunctional steering wheel with sport grips. And as for controls, on this side you have your audio controls, along with your Bluetooth phone controls and your voice command button. Then on this side, you'll find your cruise controls. The steering wheel is tilt only. You have your aforementioned power mirror controls, along with your cargo lamp switch and your hill descent control switch. Climate vent for the driver. Right here is your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, You have a storage tray up top, your central climate vents. Right here is your whole radio interface. It is AM, FM, Sirius XM, and you've also got Bluetooth audio streaming and a CD player in this one. Your hazard light switch, passenger airbag indicator. Right here you'll find your single zone manual climate controls. You have your fan speed, temperature, different zones, defroster, recirculation, and AC. Right here's your four-wheel drive control dial. You have two-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low, traction control button, storage, more storage ahead of the shifter, right here you have an aux port and a USB-A port along with a 12-volt power outlet. Storage right here. The parking brake is hand operated. You have 2 cup holders right here, and a center console with some storage and another 12-volt power outlet. Upper and lower glove boxes. Lower one is lockable. Front passenger has a grab handle right here, as well as one on the A-pillar. Manually dimming rear view. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors. And on the overhead console, you just have a sunglass holder and your reading lights. But now we'll roll down the driver's window and have a look at the engine bay. The driver's window is automatic down. The SV trim adds 16-inch 6 split-spoke alloy rims. This truck is powered by the Frontier's top engine for 2017, the Nissan VQ40DE 4-liter naturally aspirated V6. It has an aluminum block and heads, dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and variable valve timing. Horsepower is rated at 261 at 5,600 RPM, and torque is rated at 281 pound-feet at 4,000 RPM. This one uses the optional 5-speed automatic transmission with low gear selection. This truck also is a 4-wheel drive model. Running on regular unleaded with a 21.1 gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates are 15 mpg in the city and 21 mpg on the highway for Frontiers equipped like this one. It has an independent double wishbone front suspension and a solid rear axle with leaf springs. Stopping the Frontier are 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. Tow capacity for the truck in this video is about 6,370 pounds, with a payload capacity of about 1,360 pounds. The fuel cap is on the driver's side. Storage and bottle holders in the back door panels as well. You can fold up the back seats to allow for more storage. In terms of backseat passenger amenities, for one thing, we do have nice grab handles on the B-pillars, plus up above right here with coat hooks. There's also a map pocket on the back of the driver's seat. And we have 2 cup holders right here. Now there's no center armrest, but we can still open up that back window. Dome light right there as well. Space back here, I'm about 6'1" with the driver's seat in a pretty comfortable position for myself. And it's not the most spacious back seat. Now headroom is really good. Legroom and footroom are just okay. It's kind of narrow back here as well. But that's pretty much par for the course for mid-sized pickup trucks. They've never really had the most spacious back seat. Then again, this is a lot more usable and comfortable of a back seat than the King Cab, extended cab, with like little jump seats. This generation of Frontier, it was made from 2005 all the way up to 2021 with very little changes. It's pretty cool how Nissan just kept on making this truck. It got more and more dated as the years went on, especially, by 2017 when this one was made. But a lot of people, including myself, thought it was really cool that Nissan was basically building a new old truck. They were building something simple, did the job well, tried and true, and didn't have, all the cutting edge technology of the competition. And of course it was dated, but some people, want the latest and greatest vehicles, but some people would prefer something like this, or just simple, honest, to the point, durable trucks. It does have a single exhaust. This one, of course, has a tonneau cover. This crew cab comes with the standard bed, which provides 27.1 cubic feet of space. And a nice bed liner. But anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2017 Nissan Frontier. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.